sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. And the Panthers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Surging forward on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Off the play fake. Wide open downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Pitt!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Hit right back to the line. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Got his man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Offense in the hurry up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes it past the marker. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Finds his man. It's Jennings. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. On 1st and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! They'll try to add another to their lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Pitt pushing the pace. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Back to throw, it's Barnes. Lets it fly. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to pass. Got the back over the middle. Turning it on! And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. The play action fake. On target. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! It's a much-needed line from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Miami, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
To the air, it's Barnes. Takes the easy one to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Hit right back to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Miami.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. On the run, it's Jennings. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they take it in for 6 more points.
When that field shrinks, you've got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to, let them make plays, make it look like run. All the big boys on the field, slip that tight end out, find him, they'll do the rest.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Miami, 7.
And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum.
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against the intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Barnes. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Complete in the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
They're working that left side. Got room at the 35. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Right down the boulevard. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Jennings. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
He might want another play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Quickly complete. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this.
Hits the afterburners. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, first down. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Johns. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch, because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops.
Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Miami, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. They'll go with a direct snap. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2.
There he goes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Hit, pushing the pace.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. A big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
A loss
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Back to pass, it's Barnes. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Trying to get themselves back in the football game.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go...
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with the big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Canes! And the comeback is on.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll pull it down and run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Pitt will line up to punt it away.
Number 18 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Neutrals on the action. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Dropping back, it's Barnes. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on!
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is in the air. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Yeah, and he's over 150 yards now. Featuring this guy, featuring this weapon, you know he's a mismatch, and you're going to exploit it. Great job on the offense.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has
tons of room in the middle. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Miami! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
This is an impressive run by this squad, man. Getting down big and everything looking bleak, but to be able to believe in themselves, to play one play at a time, dig their way back. Palmer, they've come all the way back against a good team, and now they got the lead.
It's really been impressive, David. I think that was the question coming into this game. People wanted to know, are they for real, or are they just a bunch of front runners? They got down early, but they never quit. Their playmakers have stepped up. They've done what is necessary, and they've executed at a high level. And all of a sudden, down multiple touchdowns, here they are making a statement with the lead.
He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Wants to throw. It's Barnes. He's got his man across the middle. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play?
He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country,